morning and welcome back to Living on a UK State Pension. My name's Tanya, I'm 68 years old, and for the next 7 weeks I'm going to be living on my UK State Pension and saving my civil service pension. This is a brief introduction and it's mainly because I said a couple of things that were wrong, made a mistake and corrected it in the last video with regard to the Iceland bonus, because I thought it was £15. I'd forgotten that you get £1 for every £20 that you put on the card. So if you have 100 by October the 28th, you do indeed have a £20 bonus, so to speak, on there. £15 and £1 for every £20. So £20 on 100, 20% is very, very good, and I will definitely be doing it. But I don't get paid till the 27th, so it will come out of that payday. It's the way it is. But I shall make sure I go down on that Monday and put it on the card. I don't know whether I mentioned it, but Asda had a horrendous fine recently. I believe it was £130,000 they were fined for out-of-date food on their shelves. If I remember, I'll try and put the link to the news clip in the description. And so I think that's possibly why at the moment the bargain section is so good, the yellow sticker section is so good. Having said that, I also read that Asda are going over to digital labelling, which means they can change it from the office. So the shelf label will change. No one's physically got to go and put labels around to reducing. So they can swap and change prices as much as they want. Apparently Lidl have already started doing it and have trialled it in some shops. So I don't know what that means for the future of yellow sticker bargains. They're saying that there won't be as many. I don't know. Have to wait and see, won't we? I've got my flu jab in 20 minutes, so I'm going through my list of things as quickly as I can. Because I've got my flu jab, I am swapping around my meal times today. At lunchtime, I'm having my main meal, and tonight I'll be having a lighter meal. And that's only just in case I don't feel a bit rough later. So I thought if I have my main meal at lunchtime and I can get some bits and pieces done, if I start to go downhill about tea times, because sometimes you do, your arm aches and you just, you feel a bit rough. I just thought, well, I'll do it that way round. And I'm going to show you what I'm having for my lunch. I've got a piece of chicken out, one of the cheap chicken breasts that I got my hands on, so that I think that was all of about 50p. I've taken some of my tomato mix, my roasted tomato mix that I put in the ice cube trays out, and I'll show you how I cook it up and how I'm trying to introduce as much fibre as possible into my meals at the moment. Lots and lots of doctors now are coming on board that fibre is the thing to strip cholesterol from your system. So rather than some of the other things, shall we say, because the link with stenols, etc., is all to do with plants. So I'm going with that and I'm adding as much fibre as I possibly can. I also did my donation spend, but I still have £11.87 to spend. I spent £29.13. I'll put it on, I'll put a photograph of what I bought on the screen. And it was cake mixers, cereal I bought, stock cubes, macaroni cheese, some porridge because it's getting colder. I put that in there, and then I put it in the bin. But the £11.87, I'm going to find out off my niece if her charity will accept some bags of sweets with trick or treat coming up, because maybe they'll make some bags up for children that can't go out to trick or treat. So that was my thinking. So I'm going to text her and find out, and if they do, I'll buy £11.87's worth of sweeties to drop off to her charity. So, and I'll put the receipt up when I've done it as well. So there we are. I think that's it. I've had a busy weekend. I apologise for not putting this video up on Monday. It will go up tomorrow and I'll play catch up, hopefully. It's just so busy. I've got family stuff going on at the moment. I've been invited out by a few friends. I've got a funeral next week. I've got so much on at the moment that something's got to give, and unfortunately it's YouTube, so that's just the way it is. But I hope to make it up in bits and pieces if I can. Next video I'll be doing is possibly splitting some plants, not all of them, some of them, and total stuff I've got from my garden that I've picked, all the last bits and pieces I filmed as well, although I've still got beetroot out there and I've still got some peppers out there. But that will be in the next one. And following this, not only is what I'm making for my lunch, will be what I've bought as well, some shopping that I did. So thank you as always for watching, and here we go. Good morning, and I've just got back from the town and Asda. I quickly went into Iceland just to put £5 on the card to see how it worked, and I'd loaded the app onto my phone. I scanned the card, she scanned the bread as well, it came to £5.50, and £5 has gone on my card. You can see up there. I believe it shows a balance on the app as well. I'll confirm that because obviously I'm filming on my phone. I may see if I can put this on my spare phone as well. Sometimes apps don't like being on more than one device, so I'll check that out. So £5 on there, and that came out of my spending money for now. 50p spend out of my grocery money. Next I went into Asda, and yes, it was early. Let me just check the time, 8:16. And I wanted stuffing because I'm doing a recipe later. I just picked up the cheap one. I'm going to put some hot water, some onion and other bits and pieces in this, but won't be doing the whole pack. So that was the grand sum of 30p. Then my bargain, 4 pieces of salmon fillets for £3.52, down from, is that £6.87? I think it is £6.87. And 650 grams of chicken mini breasts for £2.41. More food for Bertie. I'm saying it again. I shouldn't need anything else for Bertie. And not only this will do for me as well. I'm going to start weighing it out in 200 grams for him. And the odd 250 will be for me. So that grand sum came to £6.23. But because I phoned Asda up the other day, because there is something wrong with my app, I am not getting rewards. Once again, they told me there is definitely something wrong with my app and they will be contacting the department necessary. I'm not being given missions in order to get the rewards. They're just not coming on my app. Later on today, I'm going to uninstall the app, reinstall it and see if that does anything. If not, I'm going to be on the phone to Asda again, because it is pointless me putting money on my Christmas card, savings card, if I'm not going to gain in other ways out of it by earning rewards, and I shall be telling them that. Anyway, as a sorry, they gave me a £2 voucher, but it really isn't good enough because this is the second time I've been on the phone to them. So these will be split, put in the freezer, both of those. So my spending total thus far, I've spent £50 and 48p so far. So I've got £13 and 40p left. Not a lot. I've got 3 weeks to go. I am away in between as well. But I've got my portions of salmon 2 a week right up to December, because I'm allowing that the time I'm away I have a salmon meal out in a pub or wherever, somewhere with my friend. And I'll deliberately pick salmon so that I have my portion for that period of time. I've got chicken breast out of the freezer. I've cut it, sliced it and opened it up, spatchcock so to speak, so that it cooks quicker. I'm going to take it over to my frying pan that's got the tiniest bit of olive oil in it, from spray, not poured in, spray. Turn that down, spray a little oil on the other side. Could have gone into the pan a bit better than that, but got to fill this up. It's the little pipe is out of the mix, so it's not pumping properly. Right, turn that over. It's better. This is the roasted veg that I did, that I pour into the ice cube tray. Just going to pour that over the top. That's garlic, celery, maybe it may have had courgette in there as well, tomatoes, garlic and a bit of onion. Now, all I do now is get the lid and put it over like that, so it steams in its own steam, moisture that it's releasing. I've just been out to the garage to get some actual chicken stock. I tried to, first of all, melt down slowly and steam. Just turn that up a bit. How are we doing? No, it's still raw in the middle. Lid back on. Right, I'm going to have a quick look, see if the chicken is cooked. Yep, that's cooked. I've been steaming some veg. I'm going to tip a little bit of the water in there, just a little drop. Oh, without everything going in. There we are. Just going to tip a little bit of water in the steamed veg. Get all that lovely goodness down here. Leave that chicken over there. Now my first thing I'm going to add is a sprinkle of bran. All bran, Kellogg's All Bran has got one of the highest concentrates of bran. So I'm using it as a thickener. Add a little bit more of the veg water. I may just add the tiniest bit. Actually, it's coming back thick again, so. What are you crying for, Bertie? I'll be with you in a minute. There we are. Time to serve up. Bit of mashed potato and carrot that I had left. Skin on potatoes for fibre. Steamed carrot battens and green beans. Garlic and green beans. Chicken in the sauce. I don't add any sugar when I'm cooking, when I'm roasting tomatoes. If I'm making a big pan for bolognese, then I add not even a teaspoon. So there we are. That's the gravy, and I haven't even had to thicken it because I've used bran. So, like that. Blue jab went well. Didn't even feel it, to be honest, but she did say, try not to do anything for the rest of the day. You are contagious up to 24 hours.